Hi, and welcome to English Channel. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
My name is Lily. I am 28 years old. I have been married to Mark for 5 years. He is 30 years old. Mark is not only my husband, but also my best friend and my support. He is a very kind man. He speaks softly and is always calm, even when things are difficult. He is patient and understanding. He never shouts at me, never insults me, and never ignores my feelings. Mark always notices when I am tired or not feeling well. If I am sick, he takes care of me with love and attention. He brings me tea or food and makes sure I am comfortable. Even when he is tired from work, he still asks about my day and listens to me carefully. He remembers small details about my life and always tries to make me happy. I feel very lucky to have him. Some people do not have someone who treats them with so much respect and care. I sometimes forget how special he is because I am busy with my work, but when I think about him, I realize he is always there for me, quietly supporting me. Mark is a wonderful husband, and I love him very much. Mark is very caring and thoughtful every day. Every morning, he wakes up early to make tea for me. He knows how I like it. Warm with a little sugar. Sometimes I wake up late because of work or study, and I find tea already waiting for me. It is a small thing, but it makes me feel loved and cared for. In the evenings, if I come home late from work, Mark always cooks dinner for me. He makes simple but delicious meals, and he does it quietly, without complaining. Even when he is tired, he still makes sure I eat well. Sometimes I feel stressed or sad, and he notices immediately. He listens to me carefully when I cry. He does not interrupt or judge me. Instead, he holds me gently and comforts me. Mark often says encouraging words, like, "You are strong, Lily. I am proud of you." These words give me courage and make me feel supported. I sometimes forget how good he is because I am busy or distracted, but his care and love are always there. He shows his love not with big gifts, but with small, meaningful actions every day. Mark is a good man, and I feel lucky to have him in my life. I have a good job in a corporate office. I earn $5,000 every month. I worked very hard to reach this position. I studied late at night, took extra courses, and practiced new skills. Sometimes I felt very tired, but I kept going because I wanted to achieve my goals. I wanted to be successful and independent. My work is important to me, and I enjoy the challenges. I also like that I can support myself and help my family. Mark's work is very different from mine. He is a delivery driver, and he earns $2,200 a month. His work is not easy at all. He drives in the hot sun, in the rain, and even in cold weather. He carries heavy packages and travels long distances every day. Sometimes his feet hurt and his back is sore, but he never complains. He comes home tired and exhausted, but he still greets me with a smile. Even though his job is hard and pays less than mine, Mark always tries his best. He is patient and responsible. He works to support our family and to help his parents. I sometimes think about how different our jobs are. I see how much effort he puts into his work, even when it is physically difficult. I realize that his hard work is quiet and unnoticed by many people, but it is very important. I am proud of my career, but I also begin to understand Mark's strength and dedication. Both of us work hard in different ways. His patience and determination inspire me to be more grateful and to see the value of hard work beyond money and status. After some time, I started feeling disappointed. I noticed other couples around me. I saw women wearing diamond rings and expensive clothes. They carried designer handbags, wore beautiful shoes, and always looked happy. Their husbands bought new cars, big houses, and expensive gifts. Sometimes they shared pictures on social media, showing their holidays, parties, and luxury items. I began to compare our life with theirs. I looked at Mark, and I felt a growing frustration. He wore the same shoes for 2 years. He did not buy expensive clothes for himself, and he never bought me gifts like other husbands did. Even though he worked hard every day, I began thinking it was not enough. I started feeling angry. I wanted a different life. I wanted more for myself and for us. One day, I could not hold it anymore. I asked Mark, "Why don't you do something better? Why don't you start a business? Other men can do it, so why not you?" He looked down quietly. His eyes were calm, but I could see sadness in them. He said, "I don't know how. I have never done business before." His answer made me feel even more frustrated. I kept thinking about other men who seemed successful and rich. I compared Mark to them again and again. I complained in my mind that he was not like other husbands. I wanted him to be ambitious and to give me a life full of luxury. I forgot about everything he had already done for me. I forgot how kind, patient, and loving he was. I did not notice that Mark gave $1,000 to my parents every month. They were old and sick, and he paid for their medicine before spending money on himself. He gave me the rest of his salary, $1,200, to take care of our life. But I never said thank you. I never appreciated his efforts. I just compared him to others. I forgot that love and care are more valuable than money or gifts. Sometimes I remember how he stayed silent when I complained. He did not argue with me. He just looked at me with his quiet eyes, waiting patiently, giving me time to understand. I did not understand then. I thought he was not ambitious. But now I see that he was strong in his own way. Looking back, I realized that my disappointment was about things that did not matter. I wanted luxury and status, but I did not see the love, care, and sacrifices Mark made every day. I was blinded by comparison and forgot the true meaning of happiness in our life together. One day, Mark told me that he wanted to find a second job. I was surprised. I did not expect him to work even harder. He wanted to earn more money for us. He wanted to make me happy. At that moment, I realized how much he cared. He was ready to give everything, including his own comfort and rest, just for our family. After that, he started working 2 jobs. He woke up early in the morning, before sunrise. He worked all day at his delivery job. In the evening, he went to his second job at a restaurant. He worked all night and returned home very late. Sometimes, he had no time to eat or sleep properly. His hands were sore, his feet were tired, and his body was exhausted. Even with all this hard work, he never complained. He never asked for praise or gifts. He did not want me to feel guilty or stressed. He only wanted to take care of us. I started noticing how difficult it was for him. I realized he worked so quietly without attention, but his love was everywhere in our home. He was always present, always supportive, even when he was tired. Mark's sacrifices taught me a very important lesson. True love is not about money, gifts, or luxury. True love is about care, patience, and giving without expecting anything in return. He showed me what it means to love someone deeply. I started to feel ashamed of my complaints. I started to understand his heart, his dedication, and his quiet strength. I began to see Mark in a new way. He was not just my husband. He was a man who worked hard, who loved silently, and who gave everything he had for his family. I realized that his love and sacrifices were far more valuable than anything money could buy. One night, after working both jobs for many days, Mark came home very late. He was more tired than usual. I heard something fall in the bathroom, so I ran to check. I found him sitting on the floor. His face was pale, and his hands were shaking. I felt scared and called his name. "Mark, what happened?" He looked at me quietly and said, "I am just tired. I feel dizzy." I immediately called a cab and took him to the hospital. The doctor checked him carefully. He said, "Mark is exhausted. His body cannot take this much work. He needs rest and sleep. He needs to stop working so much." Hearing this, I felt a wave of guilt and sadness. I realized how much he had been giving without complaining, without asking for anything. Sitting by his hospital bed, I held his hand and watched him breathe slowly. I began to think about everything he had done for me and our family. I thought about how he gave money to my parents first, how he worked long hours, and how he tried to make me happy. I realized I had never thanked him properly. I had complained, compared him to others, and ignored his efforts. Tears fell from my eyes. I cried and said, "I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't see how hard you were trying. I didn't understand." Mark slowly opened his eyes and gave me a gentle smile. He said softly, "Don't cry, Lily. I just wanted to make you proud." His words broke my heart. I felt ashamed of my behavior. I had wanted more material things, but I had never noticed the love, care, and sacrifice he gave every day. That night, I learned an important lesson. Love is not about money, gifts, or luxury. True love is about support, patience, and giving with your whole heart. Mark gave me something much more valuable than anything I had wanted. He gave me his effort, his care, and his love. I realized I needed to change. I needed to appreciate him, respect him, and stop comparing him to others. From that moment, I began to see Mark in a completely new way. I noticed all the little things he did every day, his hard work, his patience, and the quiet ways he showed love, I realized that true love is not about wealth, gifts, or flashy gestures. It is about care, respect, and consistency. Mark did not need to be rich or impressive. He only needed to be himself, and that was more than enough. I stopped comparing him to other husbands and stopped complaining about what we did not have. Instead, I began to appreciate his sacrifices and his gentle heart. I saw how he treated everyone with kindness, how he worked tirelessly for our family, and how he always tried to make life better for us. His love was quiet but strong, steady like a calm storm that keeps everything safe around it. That night, I felt a deep sense of gratitude. I wanted to be a better wife, to love him as fully as he loves me, and to cherish every moment we share. I understood that happiness does not come from material things, but from love, respect, and understanding. Mark had already given me everything I truly needed: peace, care, and unwavering support. From that day on, my life changed. I looked at him with admiration and pride. I learned to value the simple, meaningful actions that show love every day. I realized that what matters most has always been right in front of me. Mark is my anchor, my safe calm, and my heart. I will always cherish him and never forget the lessons about love, gratitude, and the quiet strength of someone who truly cares.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.